Today, I got to experience the American judicial system because I was summoned for jury duty, which sounds very exciting except for the fact that it wasn't, okay? I sat in the room for 8 hours waiting for my name to be called, just to have to come back tomorrow. So, my brain is numb at this point, and I need something that can, spark some electricity back inside of my cerebral cortex. So we're playing some more Message from Deep Space today. We left off, look, they just added physics and chemistry to my friggin' reference guide. Bro, I don't know anything about nuclear fusion. I don't think anybody knows anything about nuclear fusion, right? It's still kind of the thing that hasn't been done successfully. Am I gonna solve the world energy crisis in this YouTube series? I sure hope so, to be honest with you. Let's ignore that they exist for right now. And we can at least I don't know, figure out something here. So we got 0.0 is at 0, 0. 0.0.1 is line 0. Line 0, line 1, line 2 is shape 0. Line 2, line 3, line 4 is shape 1. And shape 0, shape 1 is shape 2. So shape 2's line count equals 4. Yeah. So shape 2 is line 0, line 1, line 2, line 3, line 4, except this line counts 4. So shape 0 and shape 1. Yeah. So 0, 1 is 0. 0, 1, 2 is this. And then 2, 3, 4 is that. Shape 2's line count is 4. That does not make any sense. Can we draw this out for a second here? So 0, 0 is 0.0. And then we have 0.0.1 is line 0. Let's pretend that 0.1 is here. So that's line 0. And then line 0, line 1, line 2 is shape 0. Okay, so let's pretend it's this. And then line 2, line 3, line 4. So this could be 2, 3, 4. Right? Is shape 1. Except you have to have 4 lines in your shape. Yeah. So what are the 4 lines, man? If your line count is 4... that means that, so this is 0, this is 1, this is 2, and then 2, 3, 4 is our next shape. Well, I guess 0, 1, 3, 4, line 2 is shared by the 2 shapes, so it's in the middle. So line 0, line 1, line 3, line 4 is shape 2? Is that what you're trying? Yeah, okay. Fair enough. Good enough to me, to be honest with you. Okay. Let's keep drawing. So we got 0, 0. And then we got... this is line 0. This is 0.1, 0.2. Line 0, line 1, line 2 is shape 0. So let's say that this is that. And then line 1, 3, 4... is shape 1. So 1, 3, 4 is shape 1. 4, 5, 6. We'll put a 5 over there, 6 right here. And then 2, 6, 7 is shape 3. So shape 0, shape 1, and the line count is 4, so this is 0, 3, 5, 7. Line 0, line 3, line 5, line 7. Give me them odds, baby. Give me them odds. Except for 1. Okay, yeah, very good. Dude, works for me. Ugly as sin, but it's good enough to me. 1, 0, 0, 0 is 5, 12. 1, 2, 3 is X. Okay. Okay. 1, 0, 0, 0 is 512. Yeah, let's see your ideas, man. This is making me think binary, right? But 1000 is not 512, so that immediately raises question marks. Talk to me, Batista. Show me the money. Remember, the compiler is automatically converting base 8 numbers to base 10. And you suspect we're losing part of the translation in this conversion? Alan, you're sounding like Batista now. I hope that is a one-way street. It rarely is. We spend this much time around each other. We're bound to start talking like one another. Oh, come on, there's worse things in life than sounding like me. I'm struggling to think of such worse things. Okay. So, you're converting to base... You're converting from a base 8 here. Show me the log of this, please. Compiler is automatically converting base 8 numbers to base 10. So we're losing part of the translation. So technically 512. I'm just gonna search. There's another idea available. 512 in base 8 is 1000. Yeah, okay. That makes sense. So 123 in base 8. I mean, I can calculate this, right? So it's 1. I don't remember how to calculate it, man. 123 in base 8. I'm just gonna Google. Is 173. So this is 173. Just kidding. No, it isn't. All right, look at your idea, man. Let's see what you got, and we'll go from there. The digits. What's that? You programmed something wrong? Nope. This transmission sends signals 1000. Then it sends 1000 without the separator. That's not what I'm looking at. I just see 512 after. That's because the base 10 compiler recognized adjacent numerical signals. Signals greater than or equal to 0 are treated as numerical digits. Consecutive digits are appended. Then the number is converted to base 10. So that's how something like their 10 is transformed into our number 8. So many of you complained about this in the comment section. So many of you. So there you go. They answered the question for you. Now the same thing's happening, but working against us. Digits 1000 are automatically converting to the value 512. Good find, Batista. Now that leaves the question, what do the digits 1, 2, 3 make in their number system, and what's that value in base 10? Okay, so it makes 173. Here's what we need to do, okay? I need to pull up... I just killed the music because I have to go to Google. How to convert a number to base 8. I need to pull up the calculation, okay? And then we'll figure this out. So, first things first. First things first, we go, nope, not here. Well, base 8 rounding could be interesting. Go to my whiteboard. You first divide the number by 8. Okay, so we should see that 512 divided by 8 is going to be 6. So 48 and then 32, and then that's going to be a nice 6, 4. Am I doing this right? That doesn't sound right, man. I don't know what Google's talking about. There's an easier way to do this, man. If you're starting with a binary number, you do not need to divide. Well, I'm not starting with a binary number, unfortunately. Coward. How about I just use this number converter? So we're going to convert 512 from base 10 to base 8. And that's 1000. That makes sense, okay? Now we want to go from base 8 to base 10. And this is where we have 1, 2, 3 as the number. That gives us 83. And then we're going to go 83 octal... 83 decimal to octal. That's just going to be 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that makes sense. So are you looking for 8 colon... First of all, you're looking for this. Because that's what I did a second ago. Now try 83. But I think you... Okay, that is what you want. Okay. I'm just going to use this nice calculator, man. 111 is X. I should learn how to do it, man. Okay, I should learn how to do it. So this is... Yeah, I understand. So 111 is divided by 8. That's an 8, believe it or not. You might not believe it. Is going to be 1, 8, 31. And then that goes in 3 times with a remainder of 7. So the remainder is 7. Then 8 goes into 10 once with a remainder of 2. I think this answer... And then it goes into 1 0 times with a remainder of 1. So I think this answer is 127 because it's the reverse. 127. Am I right on this? Okay, try 721. I might be converting this completely incorrectly. Okay, fair enough. But the digit that I'm gathering that this transmission is similar in the last. Yeah, but a bit more to take in. You're making me do the math, and I gotta understand it. I will not use the converter, okay? I'm sorry. I won't use the converter. We must do this correctly, okay? You guys will never respect me if I don't do the math myself. So I'm gonna do the math myself. You just might see the screen pause a couple times as I get in and out of tutorials of how to do this. So converting... Yeah, okay. So converting 357... to the corresponding base 8. The problem is that we're corresponding base 8 to decimal, which means that we have the digits 1, 1, 1, and then we are going to go 1 times 8 to the 2 plus 1 times 8 to the 1 plus 1 times 8 to the 0, and we're going to add all those together, okay? So 8 squared is 64. 64 plus 8 is 72, plus 1 is 73. I feel like I just did that, man, didn't I? Didn't I just do 73? No, I did 721. This is 73. Try 73. Okay, yeah, we're back. We're back. Some of you are like, I got no idea what's going on, and that's fine, okay? You don't necessarily need to be here with me. Sure, man. Go ahead and talk to me. I'm gonna and-a this sucker real quick. New signal. It's exciting. Indeed, which makes me think that the prior transmission was testing us before we advanced to a new concept. Also, a little check off before we power on. That's my best theory so far. Now we have a new signal. Focus on the present. Work on this. Alright, alright. There's just so much to analyze. Hopefully Batista's working in the background on a new system here. Sorry, I now have to tab out so that I can fix my screen so I can see my recording. Okay, good. So 0.0 is 1, 1. 0.0 is 1, 2. Okay. But it's 1, 2, and A. Then 0.0 is 2, 3. 0.1 is -3, -1. 0.1 is -3, 4. And A. Then 0.1x. Okay. I have no freaking clue what you're trying to tell me. But let's be very real right out the get-go there. So 0.011, 0.012, and A. Then 0.023, 0.1, -3, -1. 0.1, -3, 4, and A. Let's graph it just to humor it, okay? Because I feel like in these scenarios, it's valuable to see. So we got 1, 1, and then 1, 2. And then we have 2, 3. I didn't do this right. Give me a little bigger space. Although we technically have negatives as well. But we don't have negative Y value for the most part. So this will be fine. So we got 1, 1, 1, 2. And then we have 2, 3, negative 3, 1. And then negative 3, 4. Negative 3, negative 1. And then that makes 0.1 what? I have no idea. These are seemingly random points on a grid. Okay. Take a look at physics, I suppose. Could you be talking about atoms? I really don't think so. Let's go into math. Could you be talking 3D geometry? Probably not. Could you be talking... I mean, they're points, right? So maybe you're talking 2D geometry? I don't really think of these situations as a circle at the current moment in time. Could it be chemistry? I would say most likely not. Okay, so I don't think it's any of that. This is the make section. Okay, sure. 0.011, 0.012. You increase the Y value by 1. Then 0.0 is 2, 3. Ah, you're adding it together. Okay. I get it. I get it. So you're adding the points together. So negative 3, negative 1, and negative 3, 4 means that we are looking at negative 6, 3 is the point. Negative 6, 3. Make sure it's a comma. I have to change the way that I do the negative though, and they know it. They're telling me, hey, stupid. It's this. Okay, so we're just adding points. We can do that. I feel like adding points is not the correct way to call and a, but there's some other term, I'm sure. 0, 0, 1, 0 is line 0. So line 0 is 0, 2. And a. 0, 0, 1, 0. Let's get rid of you. So we got 0, 0, and 1, 0 is line 0. Okay? And then 0, 2, 1, 2, 2, 3, and then there's a 5 that's all the way up there to 4. It's actually over here. That's line 1. 0.2, 0.3 is line 1. Then 0.2. What the hell are you talking about, man? Line 1 is 0.2, 0.3. What was the transmission on the last one, man? The idea? Were you just telling me... I don't get it? How is 0.0 defined as 1, 1, and then it's defined immediately after as 1, 2? I don't think they're redefining it. The syntax is different. What? No, it's not. Look, after the second 0.0, there's a colon. What a sneaky little guy. Yeah. Okay. So 0.000, 0.110, that's line 0. And line 0 is 0, 2. Then 0.0, 0.1, 0.2, 0.3 is line 1. And line 1 is 0.2.3. So that's 2, 3, 5, 4. Let's just jot that down real quick. So 2, 3. Dude, I wish my mouse worked in this game. 2, 3, 5, 4. Those are the 2 points that we're worried about. Somehow we go from 0, 0, 1, 0 to 0, 2. How do we get to that? We would... I don't know. We'd add them together, and then we would... So 0, 0, and then 1, 0 somehow becomes 0, 2. It's whatever ends up forming the triangle, but that's not logical, okay? That's not logical. You could have anything do that. Okay. And then you have... 2, 3... And these then change. But why do they change, man? Why do they change? They change here too. 0.0 becomes the new position here. And then 0.1 adds that. So you're going to... Okay. So you add 2 to both of these. Is what you're telling me. So this still means add in a sense. So 0.0 and 0.1 get 0, 2 added to it to be this. Now line 1 is 0.2, 0.3. But we don't know what you're adding. Okay, yeah, we do know what you're adding because you give me what they are afterward. So we go from 2, 3 to 1, 2. And we go from 5, 4 to 4, 3. So how would we do that? We would have -1, -1. I feel good about that. -1, -1, -1. And that whole thing probably has to be wrapped in these because it didn't have them in the piece. Yeah, okay. Sure, man. Sure. Can we not do this section anymore? Not the biggest fan? Okay, now we're in 3D shapes. This is a cube. It's got 8 sides, 8 points. Well, is that a cube? Okay, look at your 3D geometry, please. You have 8 vertices. Yeah, so this is a cube. Okay. Shape 0 is 8, 0, -8, and a. Then 0.0 var 0. So 0.0 is going to be 9, 0, -9. 9, 0, -9. And var 1, which is 0.7, is 7, -1, -7. 7, -1, -7. I'm just going to hope and pray I know what I'm doing, but I have to make sure this is positioned right. X equals that, so it should be this wrapped in this plus a comma, or is... I think this whole thing probably needs to be wrapped plus a comma. ugly as hell, man. It ugly as hell. But I think it's right. Did I do the math right? I didn't do the math right. do the math correctly, okay? Go in and jot it down. So you got... So I probably did it too fast. 1, 1, negative 1. And then we have to add 8, 0, negative 8. So that should be... Sorry, it's 9, 1, negative 9. And then you have negative 1, negative 1, 1. That you add 8, 0, negative 8. And that's where you get 7, negative 1, negative 7. 7, negative 1, negative 7. Except you have your negative incorrect over here because for some reason my brain cannot do that correctly. Okay. I still think potentially I have too many parentheses all around, but roll with it for now. I actually can't believe that's correct. We'll take those. Okay. This is a square. This is a square. And then 0.8 is 0.5, 0.5. And then object 8 is shape 0 and 0.8. Okay, we need to graph it, unfortunately. It's fully positive, so we can do it. Oh, let's do it intelligent. Let's do it to here, and then probably make sure that we stay on the line if you can. I think that's good enough. So 0, 0, 0, 1. So this is shape 0. And then 3, 0. Hold on. 3, 0. 3, 1. 4, 0. So you have another one here. 2 boxes. And then you have 0.5, 0.5, which would effectively be in the middle of that guy. Then object 0 is shape 0 and 0.8, and object 1 is shape 1. 0.8 is now 3, 0, and A, which means that this is 3.5, 0.5, yeah, which would be right here. Then object 0 is shape 0, and object 1 is shape 1, shape 1.8, right? Shape 1.8. And then you're already in parentheses, so compilation failed, entry not found, shape 1. Sorry. That's because it needs one of these suckers. Did I do that with points as well? I didn't. Probably should have, just for clarity's sake. Yeah, that's right. Okay, cool. Do this with point as well. I think that's... And at that point, you should just do... Well, no, I want to keep point in case they use the word point in the future. But I will do no space after, and then slap this on. Last transmission wasn't just math. What do you mean? It wasn't asking us to solve for some area. It used objects to organize information based on a point. They were classifying information by associating objects. And why is that exciting? Because they're establishing how to talk about not math. Okay. Good. Good. That's exactly what I want to do is talk about not math, man. Okay, so shape 0 are these points. Shape 1 are these points. 0.3 is and A, which I still don't really have a good word for it, but I know it's adding something. Then shape 0 is 0, 1, 2 without 0.3. And then shape 1 is 4, 5, 6, 7 with 0.3. And then shape 2 is 8, 6, 7 and A. And shape 0 is 0, 1, 2. And shape 1 is 4, 5, 3. And what is shape 2? What the hell are you talking about, my guy? Okay, so we got 0, 1, 2, 3. 0, 1, 2, 3. That's a 2. I know, again, gonna find it hard to believe. 0, 1, 2, 3. is 0. Then 4, 5, 6, 7 is 1. Then we and a 0.3. And shape 0 becomes 1, 0, 1, 2. Okay. Shape 1 becomes 4, 5, 6, 7, 3. So we're moving 0.3 to shape 1. So then shape 2 is 8, 6, 7. This is now, like, technically a new area, but that's fine. So 8, 6, 7, 5, 3, 0, 9, Eine. Okay. You're shape 2. Shape 0 is 1, 2, 4. Sorry, not 1, 2, 4. You're just 0. And then shape 1 is 4, 5, 3. Incomprehensible on that bottom row. You can't go lower than this. So shape 2 changes from 8, 6, 7 to 4, 5, 3. No, sorry. No, that's not right at all. Shape 2 is just 0.8. It's not 8, 6, 7. Shape 2 is just 8. And then we 6, 7, and A, so shape 2 becomes 8, 6, 7. 0.8, 0.6, 0.7. Right? I may have to recompile because I haven't updated my stuff. Yeah, that's right. I feel like I'm genuinely just guessing and getting these right, even though it does make sense in my brain. 2 new signals, and I thought we were almost done. Why would you possibly think that, Acres? Okay. Okay, you're and B. You're and C. At this point, we have to name this, and I'm gonna call it append. Or I'm gonna call it, like, cut paste for right now, because that's really what it's doing. It's cutting it out of the previous and then pasting it into another. So, I set this up wrong. Where's my point, please? Point should have... Stop it. Point should have no space after. Thank you. Okay. Recompile. I know you may want me to put them not on a new line. I don't really care. I like them on a new line. That said, I would still... I know I try to update this every damn time, man. I would really like if this would... New line... before. But no space after. Is this what I'm looking for? How do I get them? I just don't think I can do what I want it to do. But this is so much cleaner to look at, to be honest with you. So I'm just going to roll with it for now. Okay. So shape 0. I need my whiteboard again. Shape 0, we got 0, 1, 2. Don't even do the commas, man. 0, 1, 2, 3 is 0. And then 1... No, sorry. 4, 5, 6... 7 is 1. And then shape 0, we and B. 0.3, we cut paste. Shape 1, we and C. Okay. Then shape 0, we have cut out 0.3, and we've shape 1, we will add that point. So I think you're teaching me copy and paste, man. Like, is that really... And to be fair, it kind of made sense because those squares we made earlier were exact copies of each other, so it's kind of a copy-paste. Sure. 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. var 0, we and B. 0.7, we cut paste var 1. And then we and C. But it really is var 1 and C. So then we're pasting 7 from that. We're pasting this from that. But then what the hell is var 0 in this scenario? This would be shape 0, shape 1, right? Because it's shape 1, shape 0, actually, because we're cutting from 0 and pasting. Yeah, I know. It's not how you compile those. It's the reverse of what we would expect, which is why they did it, so that we would get screwed up by it. Just kidding. Because this, we paste the 7 from shape 1 into shape 2. So var 0 is what gets... Maybe it is actually just this. Maybe it's not the reverse. Maybe it is shape 0 and shape 1. Nope, you hate me? Okay. var 0, var 1. Maybe you just actually want this in... You want this in this. And then I was still correct. I just missed the parentheses. Yeah. We had it right. Dude, this section hurt my brain, for sure. I feel okay, but reference tab updated? Oh, sweet, you used the info I gave you? To start? To start, what does that mean? Oh god, what is this? You've ruined the information I gave you. You gave too much. Lazy programmer. I gotta add some astronomer's notes to these. Always a thankless job. What the hell did you add, man? Astronomy. Okay. That's fine. That's fine. We got some arrays, which is good. Dude, I actually think that I'm happy to change object to array. Because that's really what it is an array. Although I still like object. This is where I wish that I could reprogram array 0 to just be a bracket. But that's fine. So array 0 is 0.0 var 0 line 1. Array 1 is line 1 line 2. And then array 0 we're going to remove line 0. And then we are going to... Okay, I feel like and B is cut. Array 1 or and C is append. So this is basically append. This is cut. And if we're gonna do this, we're gonna call this cut append. Okay? Some of you are gonna hate this, okay? And I think that's reasonable. So from array 0, we cut line 0. And then we're gonna cut append. And array 1, we're going to append. So array 1 is 0.1, line 1, line 0. Point 1, line 1, line 0. I also fully acknowledge the fact that we need to update, I shouldn't have to add the parentheses here. I fully acknowledge that we should be taking line and doing the same underscore nonsense that we did with the other ones. So please do no space after. Recompile. Okay. Array 0 is var 0, var 1, var 2. Array 1 is nothing. So from array 0, we're cutting var 0. And we're cutting var 1, and we're cutting var 2. And then we are appending them all. So array 1 is now var 0. Have I done the same thing with var, man? I haven't. I probably should. Var 0, var 1, var 2. For now, just keep it like this. Okay. It's literally copy pasting, man. That's all it is. Except it's not copy paste, it's cutting pasting. Popping and appending. However you want to do your array operations, man. I'm happy with it. I really am. Successful. Dr. Olenki, tell me you figured it all out. Tell me we've cracked their language. Tell me we've solved the message. He's pissed. Dr. Doppler, I suspect you will be happy to hear of our progress. Dr. Olenki has named the latest entries is and Cutappend. Go on. They're words, sir. Real words. Verbs to apply in math. To apply in regular everyday context. Our shared language is growing. So no, we have not cracked their language and we have not solved the message, but beyond learning how to format numbers and associate information, beyond this, we may soon communicate to transmit information soon, I imagine. We are on the precipice of learning something about the aliens, their mission, their message. Thank you, Dr. Collins. It isn't me that you should thank. Dr. Olenki, I hope you can feel the gratitude and pride I feel for you. We depend on bright minds like you on this team. Perhaps this trophy can convey the immense joy I feel. I know it isn't much, but it's the thought, right? Dr. Olenki's Employee of the Week? That's right. Thank you, Dr. Olenki. I've frickin' done it, man. We should be nowhere in this discovery if we were without you. Thank you, Dr. Doppler. Wow, I feel so, I feel like I've done so well. I've done so well defining the word Cutappend as if that's an actual word. It's good. It's good. Bleh. Acknowledgement ain't everything. I know it. Just don't always feel it. Some transmissions have used shapes in 3 dimensions. That is difficult to visualize. A tool could help. That'd be cool. Dear Diary, it's difficult to convey what it is I hope to describe in our end-of-week meeting. It's like small children learning to read, then reading to learn. The meteor has taught us how to understand their transmissions, and now the transmissions may communicate something of value. That is my hope anyway. Each week, I'm afraid I torture my poor translation team with burdensome questions and high expectations. Questions like, have we cracked their language? It's the same as asking, are we there yet, like my little Bradley used to in the back seat. But hey, it looks like my pestering questions are slowly getting answered. My thoughts? Thank you, Dr. Doppler, for Employee of the Week. Please, no chemistry next. Thanks. Your colleagues have some ideas for what these signals mean? Yeah, I'd like to go look at them. I would like to see what they think. Because clearly Cutappend is not the word that we want to use for this moving forward. Holy frick, that's a lot of stuff. Okay, dictionary. Is within, construct, or produce. I'm keeping is for right now. I think that is makes a lot of sense in that regard. This one I am intrigued by. Shift, translate, or move. Okay. I kind of like move. I kind of like move. And they like move as well, man. Move, I like it. Too vague? I agree with both of you. Now, how's that? You gotta pick a side, Carrie. Well, it fits the use of the word and it's vague. We'll have to see if this abstract definition fits its future use cases. Dr. Olenki, go with what makes sense to you. Well, it's better than Cutappend, I'm gonna tell you that. Start place, source from previous? That's horrible, right? It's absolutely horrible. End place, destination to previous. Okay, I guess I understand. If this is move, then this is from, and then this is to. So it's move from, move to. From, we'll see if this holds consistent. I'm partial to calling this one source. Source? That's stupid. Why source? As in, whatever precedes source is the source of some action. Too much. I'm with Dr. Olenki on this one. Okay. I like from to. Here comes my next one for 2, man. 2, I like it. You like everything. Hey, it's good to be supportive. Some selection and support would go a long ways. That is all. Such a negative Nancy, that one. Okay. That way we have a move from, move to. I think it works, man. I think it works. 2, but it comes after. Yes, another quirk of the meteor language. Their prepositions seem to follow the object. Reminds me of Japanese grammar at times. Show off. Okay, good, man. That's good. We got new signals for next time. For now, I'm going to go rest my brain. Obviously, used far too much with the jury duty and then these ones. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys in the next episode. Have a good rest of your day. Bye-bye.